Hello, Michelle here from Bloomella, and welcome to another Bloom in 5 here on YouTube. So today we are painting an under the sea theme. So we have a lovely octopus, we have a little shrimp, we have a lovely like a iridescent type fish, another colourful fish with detailed fins, and then a lovely blue puffer fish as well. So we're starting off with our octopus, which is this lovely translucent style. As soon as I saw this image, I thought, wow, this would be really fun to paint. So we're starting off with this lovely blue. We've left a little space at the top where he has this almost like little brain area, which is really interesting. So you can see I'm just cleaning some of the palette as I don't like to waste the paint unless I'm doing a talk through for my patron so that I can mix the colours in real time and talk about them. So now we're moving on to our lovely little iridescent fish. It's got some gorgeous little mixed colours in there, and you'll see at the end result it's got some lovely pinks and yellows added as well. So it was super fun to paint. Had these lovely little pink spots which we incorporated as well, and a bit of a yellow tail going on. So that was really interesting to paint, and these long sort of fins that come off, which we've just painted in now. And we're just cleaning another bit of the palette to move on to our lovely little shrimp. So it's this lovely little Payne's grey colour, and we're just adding a bit more of an intense colour to create the little stripes, and you can see they've bled out beautifully, and just adding some of the little legs as well, and a few more of the little details and the little antennae, are they? At the front. I'm not sure what they are, the little catchy bits at the front. Let me know in the comments if you know the name. And then we're moving on to our lovely little colourful fish here in the middle. So we've got lovely little layers of colours. So we're moving on from like greys to oranges to greens. And you can see we're just mixing up those different colours and popping them onto our little sketch that we've got here going around the eye. This one had quite a large eye, which was really interesting. And then just painting in some of the fin colours. So I painted those colours to start with as a base, and then I can go over that with my Payne's grey to add a little bit more detail in and just let some of those colours pop through underneath. So it doesn't fight for attention doing the grey first. It's better to lay down the colours and then do the grey on top, just adding the tip of the brush to add those lovely little fine line details. And you can see that's coming together lovely, and we're just painting in the little gill there. And now I'm just going to paint our pufferfish base. So we're just doing our first little layer here. On this layer, they always look a little bit plain and boring because we haven't added much detail to the watercolour, and this is why I like painting a few different elements, because I can allow them to dry and carry on with the other ones, and then come back and then continue with all of the layers, allowing each one to dry. And we're adding a really nice little shadowed colour there under the belly of the pufferfish, a little bit around the eye and the tail, a little bit around the mouth. And then we just allowed this to dry, and then we came back to our octopus, and we're just painting that little base layer there and just painting some nice edging detail around. And you can see this is where I smudged the puffer because I can be very, very clumsy. So just tidied that up and fixed the little belly, which we need to add lots more to anyway, but yeah, just trying not to be so clumsy. And then back to our octopus, just adding in those little vein details, which were super interesting around like the brain area. There's like these little dots and details on the head. So we're just adding those in using like some dark yellows and little brown mixes, and just really help adding to create that sort of translucent feel. We added in some like different colors, and then there's like this little brain area as well within the octopus, like epicenter. So painted that, added some of the little dots. And if you want to join me on Patreon, you can see this little pop down. It's got all of like the colors, the details of the images and the reference images used. I also include a sketch, as I said, the color mixes, and everything you need, like a real-time video to talk through what brushes I'm using and everything like that in real time. So all of that will be included on Patreon, and I have lots of different subjects every single week. This was a fish subject that we covered. We do lots of flowers, shells, lots of different natural, botanical, nature themed videos. So if you'd like to join me over on Patreon, the link is in my YouTube description. So back to our YouTube, we're just painting a little bit more turquoise onto our iridescent fish. So you can see we're just adding a little bit more detail in, adding some violet, which really helps add like this really nice shadow feel to the iridescent fish, adding in some of those blues, mixing them all together, adding in some more of those pinks like the shimmer, and it's really coming together nicely. I love his little sad pout. He's got this like little downward trout pout. It's like super cute. So I think he's like a really expressional fish. So yes, our other colourful fish had this really big eye as well, so it looked really googly. So I really, really loved that. My son loves playing with like googly eyes on crafts and things, and it really reminded me of that. And yeah, I just really like the expressions. And the puffer, he looks a little bit tired. He's got his little mouth open. So I love the expression that you can get within the watercolour as well. So now we're on our next layer, and you can see we're just adding in some more detail to our shrimp, just adding in some more of that sort of Payne's grey, a bit more pigmented. So we're adding in like the little details, just going along using the tip of the brush. I've gone down to a smaller size. So you can see we're just adding in some like really pretty speckle detail, and you can see that blurred watercolor effect underneath. So it looks really sweet, and just adding a little bit more around there. And then we did a little bit of a combination mix to create like an ochre type color for the eyes, and then we're just going to allow that to dry, and then we're moving back onto our lovely colourful fish in the middle. So we're just painting a little bit more intense colour onto all of the sections, just really making those fins stand out with those individual segments, just using the tip of the brush to create those lovely little lines and those sort of shadow details within the fins. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult when you look at the reference images because the background will be dark blue, even though that will show through the fins, but they're translucent, so you need to keep that in mind a little bit when you're painting them. Otherwise, if you're doing a range of fish, they might all end up like with a dark blue color to them. So you need to keep in mind which bits are sort of translucent and which bits are just sort of the ocean background showing through the fins. So, and you can see I didn't want to paint every single individual scale, so I just used this stippling effect to create these like scale-like details on top, as we're doing a bit of a loose watercolor study today, not a hyper-realistic fish. So we're just adding a little bit of shadow in around the face, the chin of the fish, if he has a little chin. I'm not sure what the exact anatomy of the fish is, but the little fish chin, and adding a little bit more of those sort of like scale details, and just using that stippling effect really helps to create that fishy feel. And then the pufferfish had these lovely little lemon yellow fins, so we're just adding that in, and again mixing a little bit of that grey to create that definition between the fin details, and just adding that all the way onto the fins. And then we started to do the pufferfish eye, just creating a bit of shadow and definition around the eye as well. Had a little bit of a different blue in the eye, so we included that, and just round the mouth, just got this really sweet expression, and then just adding a little bit more of that darker deep blue mix underneath the belly of the puffer, and just painting it around the tail fin as well, just adding in those shadows. And then we will also add some lovely little spots to the puffer for finishing detail as well. So we're just going to paint in a little bit more shadow around the little pufferfish, and just add any other little sort of shadows, and then leave that lighter strip in the middle, and it creates that really nice form of the fish. And then going back to our octopus, we're just going to finish off some details now. We added a little bit of white and blue sort of mixes to create that really interesting translucent look to the octopus, and adding in a little bit of dark brown like sepia to some of the little extra spots, and the little brain area that I call it at the top, just adding in a little bit of shadow using various different browns, which helps it look a little bit more realistic and less flat as well. And you can see I'm gesticulating a bit because I'm talking through for the real-time video over on Patreon. And just adding a few more details now, talking through the little different sections in the head. It was like these little bulbous sections, and then just focusing on the eye, adding a little bit more of that sepia and the different browns, and just doing those little individual sections. You can see that's really coming together, and adding those different like dots and a few little streams of blue just really helps add that sort of tentacle detail and that different section within it. And then I added a little bit more shadow to the top, just showing some of those darker areas inside the top of the head of the octopus, and I think it really helped bring it all together. And then we moved on to our iridescent fish again, really focusing on the eye. I always feel like that's a really nice center of like the fish. When I've done fish before, it really helps bring like the little character together of the face and the little downward turned mouth. It looks really, really sweet. It's one of my favorites. And just painting in those little fin details, and again just adding a little bit of a stippling effect to give that sort of a scale detail without being too precise. and just adding in some of those darker shadows. I must say this is one of my favorite fish that I've ever painted because I just really love like the background colors to it and the way it pops, the form, the shape. It's almost like his tail's like further back and he's swimming forward. So I really, really like this one. And yeah, I just really like his little sad expression. And yes, just added a little bit more detail to the shrimp and our colourful fish. And then we're just finishing off with our lovely puffer, and we've just mixed together some white and turquoise just to create those lovely little spots. And I really feel like that brings it all together nicely. So just adding a little bit more detail to the eye, and that concludes our under the sea Bloom in 5 for this week. So thank you so much for joining me here on YouTube. You can pop over to Patreon because I have free and paid for memberships if you're interested, and I can't wait to see you in the next tutorial. Thank you very much.